Welcome back, grade 7 Euclid and 7 Plato. For our lesson for today, I am excited to have you join as we explore the wonderful world of literature. So literature allows us to discover new ideas, understand different experiences, and express our thoughts and feelings in meaningful ways. So today we will focus on poetry, especially lyric poetry. So have you ever listened to a song that perfectly captured how you felt? Lyric poetry works in a similar way. So it is a type of poetry that expresses personal emotions, thoughts, and feelings through carefully chosen words. So poets share their joy, dreams, hopes, fear, and experiences with their readers. So as we begin this lesson, I encourage you to keep an open mind, use your imagination, and connect the poems you read to your own emotions and experiences. So by the end of our discussion, you will better understand how poetry can touch our hearts and help us express ourselves. So, are you ready to discover the beauty of words and emotion through lyric poetry? Okay, that's good to hear. Let's begin our literary journey together. But before we start, of course, we will start this with a motivational activity. So, this activity is called My Story, My Pick. So, in this activity, you will prepare a short piece of paper and, of course, a ball pen. So, in this short piece of paper, you will draw a blank book. So, inside that blank book, you will place your favorite story. So, it can be any kind. We have different types, such as short stories, we have novels, we have epics, or also have poems. It's up to you. For me, my top picks are Harry Potter, Hunger Games, Divergent, Little Prince, Alice in Wonderland, Odyssey, and of course the story of Iliad. Now I will give you time for you to write your own story or your favorite story inside that blank book on a piece of paper. Okay, take your time. Okay, let's see if you're done. Now question. What do these stories have in common? Why do people enjoy reading stories? What do you think? So stories have many things in common, such as characters, a setting, a plot, and a problem or a conflict that needs to be resolved. So most stories follow a sequence of events that leads to a conclusion and often contain a theme or lesson about life. So these common elements help us make stories interesting and meaningful to readers. So that is why we are being hooked up by the story. So people enjoy reading stories because they entertain, they inspire us, and help us understand different experiences and perspectives. So stories allow readers to use their imagination, connect with characters, and experience emotions such as joy, excitement, or suspense. So they can also teach valuable lessons, and provide an escape from everyday life, making reading both enjoyable and enriching. So, literature is an important part of human culture. It reflects people's thoughts, emotions, and experiences through written works. So, one of the most common forms of literature is storytelling, which has been used for centuries to entertain, educate, and inspire readers. Although stories come in many different genres and styles, they often share common elements that make them meaningful and engaging. Understanding what stories have in common and why people enjoy reading them help us appreciate the value of literature in our lives. So book and stories are the two most common form of literature. So to introduce our next topic or our lesson 1 for this unit 1, we will tackle what is literature, specifically poetry, emotions in poetry, and lyric poetry. But first, what is literature? So based from the activity that you have done earlier, I think you already have an idea on what is literature. So I'll give you time, think, and share your ideas. Okay? Okay. It's good. Okay, now let's proceed and define what is literature. So when we talk about literature, this is the expression of human experiences, thoughts, emotions, and imagination through written or spoken language. So it helps us understand ourselves and other people and think the world around us. So when we talk about literature, of course, literature is a form of art. And art means it begins by copying or reflecting real life experiences of people and events. So as time passes by, people become influenced by the art and may start acting, thinking, or living like the characters and ideas that they see in the books, in the movies, or in the stories that they watch or read. So eventually, art becomes an important part of life because it helps people understand themselves, express their feelings, and find meaning in their experiences. So, in simple terms, it helps us shape how people see and live their lives. Okay, that is literature. So, literature comes from the Latin word litera, meaning letter. And of course, it also reflects life, values, and identity. Let's proceed to Philippine literature. So when we talk about Philippine literature, of course, it showcases the Filipino history, values, and tradition. It helps us preserve our culture and identity. So Philippine literature reflects the Filipino identity by preserving the nation's history. So how can they preserve the nation's history, values, and tradition? Through literature, of course, through oral or written. So it captures real events, promote cultural values, and keep traditions alive through stories, poems, and folktales. So those stories, poems, and folktales are being passed from generation to generation. So that is why the tradition, the values of our ancestors are preserved and are being taught to our present generation right now. Okay? So traditions are kept alive through stories, of course, and it helps Filipinos understand their roots and identity. So there are three forms of literature. We have poetry, we have prose, and of course we have drama. But for this discussion, we will focus on poetry. Now, what is poetry? What comes to your mind when you hear the word poetry? Or are you already familiar with the word poetry? Or have you already done a piece of poem by yourself? Okay, let us further understand what is poetry. So poetry is one of the oldest forms of literature. It is a creative way of expressing emotions, ideas, stories, and observation through language. So and when we say language, it can be either through oral or written. Moving on, we have three types of poetry. First, we have lyric, then we have narrative, and last, we have dramatic. So, are you already familiar with these three types of poetry? Let us briefly define the three types of poetry. Let's first start with lyric poetry. So, when we talk about lyric poetry focuses on the speaker's inner emotions, thoughts, and reflections rather than telling a story. So, that is lyric poetry. How about narrative? When we talk about narrative poetry, the primary purpose is storytelling. So unlike lyric poetry, it doesn't focus on storytelling. Narrative poetry focuses on storytelling. It contains all traditional elements of a story, such as characters, plot, conflict, setting, just like a story. How about dramatic? When we talk about dramatic poetry, it is written specifically for theater, or it is played in the stage. Instead of relying on a narrator, the story unfolds entirely through the speech and actions of the character. So that is dramatic poetry. Okay, now that we have discussed what is literature and what are the three types of poetry and what is a poetry, let us now have a recap. Okay, let's begin. So, let us read. Literature comes from the Latin word litera, meaning What? Okay, I'll give you time to answer. Okay, very good. The answer is letter. Okay, next. What are the three forms of literature? Okay, take your time. Okay, let's see if you're correct. So the three forms of literature are poetry, prose, and drama. Okay, very good. Next one. What are the three types of poetry? Okay, this is an easy one. Your time. Okay, let's see if you're correct. Okay, the answer is lyric, narrative, and dramatic. Okay, let's have the next one. It's one of the oldest forms of literature. Okay, what is the answer? Let's see if you're correct. Okay, very good. It is poetry. Okay, let's have the next one. It is a creative way of expressing emotions, ideas, stories, and observations through language. So, what's the answer, class? Okay, let's see if you're correct. Okay, it is still poetry. Okay, let's have the next one. Okay, there's no more next one. Okay, that's all. We're now done in the introduction of your lesson 1, which is literature, Philippine literature, and poetry. And for our next discussion, we will now proceed in further defining what is a lyric poetry. But for now, you have made it through session 1. Congratulations, grade 7. Okay, see you next meeting and goodbye. Thank you, everyone.